So you're thinking about buying a home but don't know where to start? Don't worry, I got you all covered. I'm going to take you through the steps of a home buying process, step by step, so you can feel more confident buying your home. Hey y'all, I'm Misha, your local Atlanta realtor, and I help so many people buy their first homes. I'm going to take you through the process step by step, 9 easy steps that you can follow in order to feel more comfortable and confident when you decide to buy your home this year in 2025. Okay, so here we go. Step one. The first step that I'm going to tell you to take is not to look for a realtor, not to look for a house, not to do anything else, but decide on how much you can spend as a new homeowner. So that number should come from you focusing on how much you currently spend in your life every single day. So do you pay for daycare? Do you pay for nails and hair? Do you like to eat out once a week? These are things that you want to make sure you account for before you go and talk to a lender, because a lender is going to approve you for what they see on your financial documents, your paycheck stubs, and all things like that. You know how much you can spend by looking at what your lifestyle is now and what you're currently doing in your life every day. Because one thing you don't want to do is purchase a house and then you're house poor and you can't live the life that you wanted, that you lived before, and you're miserable. So make sure you're coming up with a budget, you know how much you can spend, and you're able to verbally tell that to anybody that's listening that's helping you during this home buying process. So step two is going to be to find your realtor. Now, the reason why I suggest to find a realtor first is because your realtor has already been doing this for several clients and they have the team that you need already at their arm's reach in order to make this thing happen. So a lot of times your realtor can suggest to you different places to go for a lender. They can suggest you home inspectors, a lot of different things you'll need along the process that we'll talk about later. So find you a realtor that you trust, one that fits with also who you are and your communication style. And that's who you want to choose to walk through this process with. It's really important to find a good realtor. Step three, before you talk to a lender, before you go any further, I want you to stop and I want you to get some housekeeping things together. So make sure you go and find some documents and paperwork that you need in order to get through this process. So the loan officer is going to ask you for several documents. I want you to go gather them. Go ahead. Not right now, but go gather them and get them together for the process in order to make things go faster. Those documents are going to be check stubs, W-2s, tax returns, and bank statements. They're going to ask you for these things in order to evaluate them to determine how much house you can afford and if you qualify for a loan. While we're here, we're talking about loans. Let's go ahead and get into step number four. Step number four is to now shop for a lender. And here that I said shop for a lender, it's always recommended to get at least 2 to 3 quotes from 2 to 3 lenders in order for you to make sure that you're getting the right rates for your loan. So your real estate agent, like I mentioned, is going to have these people right at their fingertips. They're going to have a team that they work with. They're going to know who's going to answer their phone for you and who is not. So make sure that you lean on your realtor for those referrals and get at least 2 or 3 quotes, like I said, in order to get the best rate for you, to make sure that you're getting the right pricing point on that loan. Bonus, make sure you shop for those lenders within 14 days so that it doesn't affect your credit score. Okay? So now that you have your realtor, you have the bomb loan officer, and you have your pre-approval in hand, you are going to walk out the door shopping for homes. It's time to go shopping. So remember, when you're shopping, make sure your home fits your budget and your lifestyle. And what I mean about lifestyle is just that. If you are someone who likes to be in the mix, you like to be in the city, make sure that your home is in a good distance to what are things that you like to do. If you're trying to slow it down, you want to go out into the suburbs or into the country, and you don't want a lot of people around you, make sure that your home fits that lifestyle as well. Either way, whichever one you decide, make sure that you are expressing this clearly to your real estate agent and they understand what you're looking for so that they can point you in the right direction to the right neighborhood that fits your need. Okay, guys, you have found the right home. And now it's time to go to step number 6, which is putting in an offer. So this part is where you lean on your realtor a lot. Your realtor is now going to write an offer that is going to land you the home. And not only that, your realtor will also ask for concessions in a lot of cases and negotiate back and forth between both sides in order to find a happy medium that both sides agree on. All right, so now everyone's agreed. You've signed the purchase and sale agreement. You are now under contract for your new home. We're rolling right into step number 7. Step number 7 is to have your home inspected. This home inspection is done through what we call a due diligence stage. And what that means is you're pretty much doing all the things that you need to do in order to make sure that this home checks out for you, that this home doesn't have any surprises, and that you know what's going on in this home. So during the inspection period, you're going to hire a home inspector. Again, this is something that your realtor will probably have right at his or her fingertips to be able to give you 2 or 3 referrals in order to choose the right one to get this done. So during the inspection period, the inspector will go out. They will review everything from the home, from the roof down to whether it's termites, everything about this home, and give it to you in what's called an inspection report. Once that inspection report is turned over to you, you and your realtor will review it, and you will decide what you want in terms of repairs. And then this is a time now where you will go back to renegotiating these repairs or concessions based on the report. This is the time where you will be able to negotiate the repairs or walk away from the entire process if it's something major. Okay, so now that you have chosen your home, the home has been inspected, everything's great. We're going to roll on to step number 8. We're out of due diligence now. Now we're going to step number 8. And step number 8 is underwriting and appraisal. This part is probably the most crucial part of the whole process. This is the part where now lenders are now deep diving into everything in your application. So they are now verifying employment. They're asking a lot of questions. They're reviewing your documents, and they're making sure that everything checks out. So the lenders will probably come back and ask a lot of questions and ask for follow-up documentations. It is so important to respond honestly and respond quickly to keep the deal or the loan application process moving. At this time, they will also order an appraisal in the house. The appraisal in the house is to make sure that the home is valued at the same amount or more than you're purchasing it for. Okay, guys. So now that we have gone through the appraisal and the underwriting process, we are now at step 9, which is closing day. Yay! Super excited. But before you walk away with those keys, you got a couple of things you need to do. This is now the time where you're going to pay your down payment. You're going to go ahead and submit those closing costs. And you're also going to sign a few documents, a lot of documents. And then finally, you will get your keys and you and your real estate agent will celebrate this transaction. Super exciting. And see, it was not that bad. I hope that this guide or this step-by-step process helped you to understand and feel more comfortable about the home buying process. If there's any part of this process that you are still curious about or you want more information about, feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to do a follow-up video or answer you right directly below. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification buttons because I talk all things real estate processes. Also, I'm in the Atlanta metro area. I do a lot of neighborhood reviews and also fun home tours. So again, like this video, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button. And until the next time, see you soon and happy home shopping.